Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on November the 24th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. All right, a few things to note for today that have moved the market. So today we saw a lot of volatility in the market. So the reason we saw that, first of all, we got some positive numbers. The PMI numbers came in higher than expected. We saw a pound move as a result of that. Now, we also had positive comments in regards to the Brexit deal. Apparently they're getting close to the Brexit deal, which is positive for British pound. And then next thing, we have positive news in regards to the vaccine. So another company came out and said their vaccine is around 90% effective. So that was positive news for the markets as well. And we saw a positive movement or sentiment in the market as a result of that. And then lastly, we saw the first signs from the current administration in the US from President Trump's team, basically saying that they are likely to, so that they're planning to transition to the president-elect Joe Biden. And that was definitely positive news for the US dollar. And as a result of that, we saw US dollar get stronger because there was a lot of concern in regards to the transition from President Trump's team to the new president, and there were some challenges. Both the parties were not cooperating, and now that we see that there's a way for them to move forward, and the transition is going to happen hopefully without too much trouble, and that is a positive news for the market. And as a result of that, we saw US dollar jump. Yen crosses. So Japanese yen dropped as a result of that because it means less risk in the market, and we saw yen crosses go up as a result of that. So that's what's going on in the market overall. Now, coming up here on Tuesday, not a ton in terms of important news. We do have consumer confidence numbers here for the US, and if they come in as expected, that would be positive for the US dollar. And then we also have Reserve Bank of New Zealand, Governor Orr speaking. All right, so let's move on to our charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar. So we saw this big drop here with those positive comments in regard to the transition from President Trump to President-elect Joe Biden. And as a result of that, US dollar really strengthened. And we saw we saw a big drop. So a large inefficient move here. So these inefficient move can get built. So watch out for that. But right now, neutral bias here, what I'm looking at is this current level here. If price holds below 1850, then we may see another leg lower. So this here is a critical level. If it goes through it, then basically we're looking for a price to move back higher then. So right now, neutral bias here, we see price has moved in both directions today. It hasn't gone through this resistance level, still holding below it. But with this one here, it is neutral bias. If it holds below 1850, then we're looking for a drop. Now it may go higher into this 1865 level, but this 1850 level here. So somewhere in this zone here, so a bit of a range. So 1850 to 1865 level, if it holds below, then we're looking for a further drop here. And we are likely to see this move back into this 1.1740 level. So bias is neutral for euro dollar. Pound dollar here, we saw a similar move in British pound as well. British pound overall was strong today because of the positive news and positive comments in regards to the Brexit. And as a result of that, we had seen a move higher in British pound. But with that news of transition, that is a positive sign. And as a result of that, we saw a drop. Now, prices pulled back from there. And we are seeing price go into 1.3340 level. If it holds below, we're looking for a drop. But if it doesn't hold, if it gets through, then I'd be looking for this inefficient move to get filled here. So right now, bias is neutral for pound dollar as well. Aussie dollar here, this one has been holding below this resistance level at 0.7350. So the candle close for the day is neutral. Now I will look for a retest of the high. If it holds, we're looking for a drop here. However, if the stock market is strong, there's the risk sentiment basically is strong in the market, then we're likely to go higher here. And we are likely to see price go all the way into the resistance and potentially higher. So right now, price has been holding and it hasn't really, it hasn't gone through the resistance, but it hasn't gone through the support either. So it has been going back and forth in this range here, sideways movement here. So it could break out to the upside here. That is definitely a potential. So we'll keep an eye on it. So for now, neutral bias if it goes through the resistance. Next target here is 0.7420. If it breaks through the support, we're looking for a move back down. But watch out for this inefficient move here. It is already getting filled. So right now, I will look for price to go back into this resistance level at 0.7330. So bias here is neutral, but if it goes through the resistance, then we're looking for a further move to the upside. So right now there seems to be a lot of bullishness here. New Zealand dollar here going through the resistance, and same thing here. We saw some positive, excuse me, we saw some positive move in the market because of all the stuff that we mentioned. This is still looking bullish here. And in terms of our target, we are looking for price to go all the way into 0.7060. So bias is bullish. First target here is 0.700 and then 0.7060. So bullish bias here for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here, this one is holding in the sideways range as well. Today's candle close is completely neutral, but if it breaks through the support here, we're likely to see price go to the next level here at 1.2980 and then 1.2920. So bias is neutral to bearish here for dollar CAD. All right, so looking at our silver here, silver is looking bearish. We have a nice bearish candle close for the day. So looking for a further drop, 23.15 and then 22.50. So bearish bias for silver here. Gold, not looking that great. And so gold and silver are safe haven assets. So same way as we saw yen crosses are going up, which means yen is weakening. That's why the yen crosses are going up. With yen is also safe haven, so it weakened today because of the comments or the news in regards to the smooth transition from the current government to the new government in the US. So that's causing the risk sentiment or risk, we're seeing the risk sentiment is looking positive right now. And this is why safe havens have been dropping and gold is dropping as a result of that as well, gold and silver both. So bias is bearish. We're seeing a drop here. It closed below our support level and price has struggled with this level for quite some time. So it's looking bearish. Next target is 1800. So back into this area here. So bearish bias for gold. Oil here, oil is looking bullish with all that positive news in regards to the vaccine. So AstraZeneca, another vaccine company, basically showed that their vaccine is 90% effective, and they're looking for an emergency. They're looking for emergency approval, and if they get that, they will start producing right away, and we could see vaccine available early next year. So all of that is positive, and when we have positive news, this is good for oil as well, which means we may not be in a lockdown or we may not have to go through that for very long. So that's bullish. I will look for a move towards 43.75 into the highs, but the problem is if it doesn't go through, then we're looking for a drop again. So this is a big support resistance level. If it fails into the highs, then we're looking for a drop because we have not seen price go through this resistance level. Now, should it cross over though, there's plenty of room to the upside, but for the time being, we have to watch it. If it goes through, next target here is 46.40. So bias is neutral to bullish. If it gets through 43.75, then we'll look for the next one. But for now, neutral to bullish bias for oil. Copper here, copper looks like it's holding above the support level here. This is neutral at the moment. If it holds above 3.20, we're looking for another leg lower, the same way it did it here. In this case, we saw that price was trading in this range. It broke out, held above, continued on. So if it holds above this level, we are looking for another leg higher. So for now, bias is neutral to bullish for copper. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin not doing all that great. It's been struggling over the last few days here. So right now, bias is neutral. We may see a bit of a pullback towards 17,700 level. And so we may get something like this. And then if it holds, then we'll look for a further move to the upside. So bias right now is neutral to bullish for Bitcoin. All right, stock markets here, looking at S&P 500, lots of positive news today. So we have a bullish engulfing candle, looking bullish. Next target is 36.35, so bullish bias for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, this one hasn't really done a whole lot. It's just sideways at the moment. And I will look because it's held above the support level. So looking at 12,000 here for the target towards the high of this range. So bullish bias here for neutral to bullish bias for Nasdaq. And Dow Jones here looking quite bullish here. We have a nice bullish engulfing candle here. And we're looking for a further move higher. This inefficient move got filled. And now we are going into or looking to test the highs. So 29,960, so towards 30,000 level. So bias here is bullish for Dow Jones. DAX here, this one is holding here sideways. Price is still into this important support resistance level. And if it holds here, we are looking for a drop back down towards 13,000 here. So bias is neutral here for DAX. FTSE is sideways here. It hasn't really done a whole lot. Now, if it breaks through the support, we're likely to see a drop. But if it holds above the support here, then we are going to see a move back higher. So for now, bias is neutral for FTSE. And once we see a drop, then the trend will change and we are likely to see the price drop. But if it holds, basically looking for a move back towards 64.60-ish level. First target would be 6,400, then 6,460. So right now, neutral bias. Nikkei here looking quite strong. It's trying to break out here. So bullish bias here. It held the support level and we are into all-time highs here. One of the reasons Nikkei is doing well and yen not so much is because there were comments from Bank of Japan saying that they are going to continue or they will continue providing support for the markets here through monetary policy. And anytime the central banks say that, that is always good for the stock market and negative for the currency. That's why we have seen yen drop. And yen has weakened, so that's why yen crosses have gone up. And we are seeing the stock market here, Nikkei, going up because of the news that there will be more support for businesses, and the bank is going to continue providing support in terms of monetary policy. So all in all, that's positive news. So looking bullish at this moment. So bullish bias for Nikkei. Next target is 26,000 600. So bullish bias here. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.